Hi everyone, I'm Vivian, a final year student from BASP. So let me go through what I will share with you today. I will first talk about my work experience and then how extracurricular activities help polish my soft skills. And of course, last but not least, some job hunting advice and share my interview experience with you all. I wish it may inspire you somehow. So my first job is actually the DJ trainee in RTHK. I joined a local DJ competition called DJ Survivor 2011. And I was quite lucky that time because I got into the final among 700 candidates. What I do there is about audio editing. And I was the MC in Radio 2 International Pop Poll. And every week I engage in a music radio program called Teen Music, which I interview Hong Kong artists and singers and editing the soundtrack, jingles and trailers. And I remember the most interesting part is I interview Linkin Park. And that's amazing, especially to have such experience. And as I got into the final 6, I didn't expect that I also had a chance to take part in a TV program with 8 episodes. And it really trains my problem-solving skills and people skills a lot. Because in each episode, we have different tasks and competitions. And you need to be presentable in front of the camera to stand out from the crowds. But then I think the most important thing that I've learned is about how to show my character. It's all about personal branding. You have to determine how audiences perceive in front of the TV program, whether you want to be an easygoing, outgoing person or a person who loves to think of new ideas or etc. And it leaves a great impact in me that I finally realized it's all about personal branding, no matter in your future career or how people perceive you. So I started to build my career path and my resume at that time, to build my own profile and try to understand how employers will perceive me. And it seems a little bit quite attractive and interesting career as a DJ, but then I quit it. For me, that's not the long-lasting and sustainable career, at least for myself, because at that time I realized I'm not competitive enough to be a DJ. I believe I should gain more knowledge and broaden my vision before I decide what I really love to do. And in the second summer, I work in Sanrio as a project assistant, mainly focusing on a large-scale Hello Kitty exhibition at the Kowloon Bay International Trade and Exhibition Center. My major task is about administrative support, like updating some social media updates and handle the customers' inquiry and complaints. I think most of the job offer we got in our first and sophomore year is more about admin work. But then my advice is don't quit it, even you think they're boring, because it really helps a lot in our career planning. At least it let me have the first glimpse of what real work looks like. I mean, the office work besides the retail sales. And I learned a lot about people skills when I work with the colleagues. And sometimes something unexpected happened, and it's quite challenging for problem solving. And for last summer, I worked as a marketing intern in one of the largest news and media firms in Australia. And it really wows me in terms of the culture and the work itself. Everything sounds cool to me. And originally, I was in the editorial team, but then I'm I'm actually more into marketing. So I asked the manager if I can change the job to a marketing team. And eventually, I work with the product sales manager and do something about business development and marketing. What I advise is don't be shy and ask for more, because sometimes you'll get something unexpected in return. And it's quite amazing that I can help organize the Primex Primary Industry Exhibition, one of the largest events in Lismore and Casino. And I also got a chance to do sales presentation to a local group and collect the feedback about our newspaper. While sometimes I will visit different news agents and retails in Grafton, Lismore, and Casino with my manager. Unexpectedly, I got a present from Northern Star, that firm. And during different job interviews, many employees are interested in my overseas work experience in Australia. It seems they treasure international exposures these days, and more importantly, it's about the intercultural communicative competence and how adaptive you are to new cultures. And last but not least, for my last internship, it happened in my first semester in year 3 as a digital marketing assistant at a Singapore-based company. And actually, it's an app called Pactor, which is actually a dating app. And working with Singaporean is a whole new experience to me. They are hardworking, and I remember I still have to answer email and have a meeting with my manager in a Sunday morning. And my job responsibility is basically plan and execute the digital and offline promotion campaign for this newly launched apps in Hong Kong. And it's quite challenging for providing some marketing solutions and event management. And it's quite harsh to work during the semester because I remember I have to work, study, and prepare my piano diploma in these 4 months. And it's driving me insane. But then I grabbed the essence of time management. And this job raised my interest of working in digital marketing field. I believe that sometimes you never know what you will be interested in until you have a taste of that particular experience. So besides work experience, I try different kinds of extracurricular activities that can help develop my personal and different mental development. So let me briefly tell you what extracurricular activities that I've joined, which also tells what employers want from us. And because I believe all these activities will tell how we look like and what our personality looks like. And for me, I brand myself as an international and outgoing person. So I joined ISAC, one of the largest student-led organizations in the world. And volunteering in this non-profit making organization let me believe in the power of youth. And it builds a huge network among universities through different conferences and events. What I've done there is I led a team of 4 in a specific sales team to raise a partnership for global internship program through firm visit and delivering cold calls. It's fun and challenging because sometimes you have firm visit and when you present the ideas with the manager, they may challenge you and ask lots of questions. It really trains my sales and presentation skills and more importantly, the active listening skills. I also conducted some market research to raise the right candidates and provide monthly sales training to the team members. And during this voluntary experience, I worked with a culturally diverse group from Germany, Greece, Korea, Malaysia, and India. And I met lots of international interns who work in Hong Kong. And sometimes employers appreciate these experiences because it may prove we are equipped with leadership skills and we have passion and we're international. In these 2 years of university life, I joined English debating team and represented my university to Germany and Korea for competitions. The debating topics ranging from democracy, gender issues, equality to military and Greece steps. And I realized there is no such advantage for an English major student with the fluency of English because every debaters are native and they study law, politics, and different other subjects. And I realized no matter how fluent you are, content and logic is the most important elements in the statement and conversation. And there is no excuse that an English major student can say he or she doesn't need to know other kinds of knowledge besides English and linguistics, let alone in career aspects. And I should say there is no excuse for not knowing how to use different presentation, photo editing, and video editing softwares these days because I believe employers expect much from you. And for me, I wish to work in marketing field, and even I'm not a marketing major student, I want to equip myself with marketing experience like getting a minor of marketing, joining different business case competitions, and working in marketing field during my internship. And as a passionate youth, I always want to create impact in our society. And I know there are different forms of contribution. So besides joining ISAC, I help organize a conference in TEDx Youth Hong Kong for over 1,500 students in Hong Kong. And my job is to interview the guest speakers before they wrote the scripts and to keep them updated during the whole event. And I was also one of the bilingual MC in the conference. And luckily this year, I will contribute more in this organization and I will be the organizing committee for the conference in 2014. And it will be a great journey in creating impact to my lovely Hong Kong. And after sharing some of my work experience and extracurricular activities, let me show you how I integrate them all into my resume. And of course, feel free to talk to me and have a look at it if you want. I have quoted some of the wordings that I've used in my CV. And what I've tried to do is to concretely tell the employers what I've done and what my achievements are in these jobs. And the verb can be vivid as well. And sometimes showing some concrete numbers help. Let's say initiate the social media effort with a rise of over 20,000 likes in Facebook and successfully increase the numbers of app users by 300% within 2 months. And I don't want to hard sell any brands, but then I recommend everyone to take a look of LinkedIn. LinkedIn is an online platform to build your own professional profile, like a resume, and you can view the profile of other people as well. When you read over 100 or even more profiles, you will get a clearer picture of how people describe their jobs. And of course, in certain industry, let's say education, marketing, or finance, you will know a lot in CV writings. And sometimes your profile may also attract the headhunters, and you may get a job in return. And I also get my internship through LinkedIn as well. So, well, for the job interview part, what I would say is practice makes perfect. Join different interview workshops and interview sections in the university, and it really helps. And for me, I will graduate in this July, and I got field office of job, including the marketing and business development trainees in Row Angle, and the DFS management trainee, and field posts in advertising field. And here I will share some of the questions that I have prepared and that the employers asked me during the interview. And for some companies like DFS, they will also have the pressure test and to see how you deal with the pressure. So when I have the interview in DFS for the post of management trainee, the second round is really tough because they keep asking you questions, and they have separated into 2 groups of candidates in the room, and like Team A and Team B, and 10 candidates for each group. The interviewers will first ask a question to Team A and give 5 minutes to discuss and 10 minutes to present, while Team B will have to evaluate Team A and give they get 5 minutes to prepare and 10 minutes to present the strength and weakness of Team A and who is the best and worst candidates. Then the whole section switch. Team B present and Team A evaluate them. And after the English round is a Mandarin round with the same format. And after all these group discussion is immediately followed by leadership program, like the leadership problem solving test for an hour. And then another hour for Excel test and business writing test with 4 essays within 30 minutes. And the 4 essay is about merchandising, marketing solutions, customer service, and the company's core value. I realize all candidates at that place are equipped with fluent English, clear mindset, and you will figure it out that English major student takes no advantage. What I've learned there is, once again, English major students should equip themselves with other knowledge besides linguistics or communication skills, because there is no excuse for a language student not knowing marketing, IT, or other related topics. Maybe you are not the expert, but at least you should know something about it, because employers always expect more from you. And they may also test your personality, like the people, for example, let me quote some questions, like are people willing to come to you and ask for advice? Have you given any advice to your friends before? If yes, what are they? And the employers also ask some situational questions, like as a manager, what will you do if your staff have conflicts with another colleagues? And they also ask something about your strength and weakness, and how can your past experience contribute to their company. So I think all these, I really wish that all these questions may help inspire you. And last but not least, good luck for you all for your job hunting or internship hunting. Thank you.